Okay, fine. Almost okay. 25 people's already joined. Okay, so in this session, we will discuss about recent peak trades breakdown, which I took GBP Aussie USD JPY, right? And mostly I traded GBP Aussie in a recent week. So we will discuss about this trade, that how I took this position and how I make a profit and loss and how I enter in this position, right? So we will start with the first trade, which I took a GBP Aussie, and next trade USD JPY, and another trade is GBP Aussie also, right? So first of all, start with the USD JPY, which is the losing trade. So first of all, right. So this was trade which I took USD JPY, and this was a loss trade. Here you can see. Actually, I trade this based on the 15-minute structure, and when I see daily, when I see price create a equals high at this point and then move on the 15-minute structure, and I was waiting for the confirmation for the sell off, and now you can see here. First of all, remove these all trends. This was previous daily swing high, and these trend lines above this market create liquidity. After price showed this liquidity, market push the downside, and market first of all create this change of characteristic over here, right? And let's mark this point, right? And this one is a first change of characteristic. And next, I was always trade based on the break of structure, not change of characteristic, because break of structure is a additional confirmation, right? Sometime what happen, price market change of the characteristic and follow the any demand zone and price push the higher, right? So I was waiting for the price take this break of structure, and I will wait. I'm waiting for this level right here, and this one is break of structure. After that, we can see here this strong supply zone which is here, and I'm expecting price will be go downside, and at this point here roughly 5% trade, and then what happened, price push the downside and mitigate my entry, and after that price push the upside and hit my stop loss. So this was my uh, closing trade of the recent day in a USD JPY, right? And next trade was GBP Aussie, which is here. So first, show me. Let me show you trade. This one, right? So this one is a GBP Aussie, and this was a 10-minute entry right here. And this trade was first trade, and next trade was here. Yeah. Then first trade is activate here. Then second position is scaling at this point, right? So I'm showing you why I took this position. This one is our 1 hour structure, right? And I see this is a market momentum is bearish, and market creating lower lows in the downside, and I was expecting that price test this supply zone, I was waiting for this sell off. Why? Because market momentum is bearish, and this was lower lows, and this one is a breakout structure, push the downside. And then what happened? Market first time is create here and push the downside, and market create multiple test on the bottom side and create liquidity. That means price, very highly chances price put the downside, right? So when I see this is a supply zone at this point, and now in a 15-minute structure, we can see here, this is a bearish order block right here. And in this order block, I refined into in a lower time frame, like 5 minutes, and I see here in a 5-minute order block, which is here, right? And in a first attempt, market did not take this order block, and market create this liquidity, and then this time market mitigate this order block at this point right here. And I was waiting for the break of structure, and first of all, this was here change of characteristic, and next point is break of structure, which is here, right? Now I'm waiting for the confirmation to price test this zone, and I put my sell limit at this point. This was a bearish order block right here, and put my sell limit is here. And after that, I set my target below this liquidity point, which one is 1 hour right here. This was a last bearish candle before the buy move. So this was the unmitigated bullish order block, which is here. So I set my target zone at this point because these are liquidity trend line, and we are expecting pressure on the downside to test this level right here. Right. And why I did not set my target at this point? Because this order block is already mitigated right here by this big, right? So I choose this one. So this one is a safer target zone right here. Okay. So price mitigate here and push the downside and showing some reaction in the downside. Then I see in a 15-minute another entry to scale the position right here. Market break this low and push the upside and mitigate this supply zone. And I was waiting for that. If price mitigate this supply zone, I will wait for the another confirmation in a 5-minute structure, 3-minute and 2-minute for the break of structure. Then I will scroll my next position as I shown you this one right here. So first change of characteristic, next break of structure, then I scroll my next position here. So now move on the 5-minute structure. What I see here. So this was my first change of characteristic at this point. Next one is a break of structure, which is here. And then I see this bearish order block, which is here, right? And after that, we can see market at this level and showing some reaction at this point, and then market continued drop in the downside and took this all liquidity and hit the target, which is almost 9%, and next one is 11%, almost 20% in a trade. And this took almost 12 hours, right? So this was my entry based on the liquidity and break of structure, right? And next trade was here, which I took on the Friday. And this trade was based on the 15-minute structure. So after hit the target point, market push the downside and create momentum to the upside here, and then push the downside. Market again break this structure and push the upside, and did not take on this high, and again market push the downside and create an equal low, and this was bearish order block at this point right here. right? And this time market pushed the upside and took this liquidity at this point and push the downside, right? So let's clean this. So after clean this, liquidity is here, and I was expecting another downside move, right? So price came back to the downside, and I mark my supply zone, which is here, this one, and this one is my supply zone. And I was waiting for that. If price came back this level, I will wait for the lower time frame, like 5 minute confirmation for the sell off. So when price came back to the upside, and this was another liquidity, right? And price test this level, and I was waiting for the another confirmation 5 minute structure. So this one is my change of characteristic, which is here. Market broke this low, and I did not took this position. If I follow this change of characteristic, and then I can took my position at this point here, right? But this is a not perfect as per my strategy, as per my style. So I will not suggest, right? And at this point, I need to set my stop losses here, which is a very close. So I did not take this position. And another reason is a change of characteristic. Maybe price push the higher because there is a no break of the structure. So I was waiting for the break of the structure. So in this case, change of characteristic, and next one is a break of structure actually is here, which is here, right? And after that, I have seen this bearish order block, which is here, right? And here, and I set my stop loss just above this high. Let me show you. Yeah, this was okay. So this is a 10-minute chart, and I set my entry is here and stop loss just above this high. So after all, this position has been set my here. This was equal high, right? And market took some liquidity, and then market showing some bearish direction. And this was a Friday trade. So personally, I closed at the break even when price stepped this level and showing some direction. Then I decided to close this position at the break even because due to weekend, I not holding this position on during a weekend, right? So market also creating a consolidation, right? So I posted that this position is a close on the break even, right? And then I see in the morning, next day, next this week is test this supply zone right here. Okay, guys. So these 3-4 trades I took this recent week, and I hope you learned some valuable things in this episode. And can analyze what is order block. Order block area and refinement area of the supply and demand zone. Actually, last bullish movement. Let me show you an example about order block. This is a bearish order block. Last buying move before the drop, and which is looks like this. right? So this last bullish candle before the sell, so this one is a, and this area is a our bearish order block, right? And it's work like a supply zone, and same thing, just a reverse of the bullish is a bearish order block. Okay, fine, let's move on the Euro USD. Someone asked me about. Yes, actually, in a 15-minute structure, as per the 15-minute structure, market is momentum is a bearish right here, and I analyze this analysis in my Telegram channel, right? So let's clean this. Okay, market took this liquidity is here. Okay, fine. So right. So I was waiting for the confirmation for the sell off, but I'm not expecting price maybe fall because market closed just above the high in a 15-minute, and we can see some buying reaction over the here, here this demand zone, which is a strong demand zone, and we can see some bullish reaction at this point. Take this structure, right, and push the downside and follow this demand zone and go higher, right? So this is a current situation in a Euro USD, and Euro USD is a bullish structure, right? So Euro USD is a looks bullish, right? If market unable to hold this level and take this low, so we can see some sell reaction, like. Okay, any more question you can ask me. Does the order block first have to break? Yes, exactly. First, break the structure, then order block will be valid. Before the break of the structure, no one any order block is not valid. Any more question? Okay, thank you guys, and attend this session, and I will publish on the YouTube channel this session. You can watch on YouTube. The difference between CHO, George, and boss. Actually, CHO, CH, George, and correct. This one is a called change of characteristic. When market momentum has been changed bullish to bearish and bearish to bullish, so first move is called change of characteristic, and continuation is called break of structure. And this about this, I published this video on a YouTube channel about break of structure and change of characteristic. And let me show you exact. So this one is a break of structure, right? And when market broke this low, so this one is called change of characteristic. Then market push the upside and go down, right? So this first move is called here. So this move is called change of characteristic, and then market create a new low and take a pullback, and this move is called break of structure, right? So these are main difference. Okay, thank you guys. And let me finish this session and I will publish this session on YouTube. You can watch on it. Okay, thank you.